G'day campers, welcome to 1010 Adventures, and it's a bit of a bittersweet day today. We are saying goodbye to the old Fortuner. So we've had this car for about 3.5 years, and today I'm saying goodbye. It's let's say a bit bittersweet. She's been a good car for the last 3.5 years, but unfortunately just isn't up to the task that we needed to be. So we're off to Toyota now to go and pick up our new Prado. So I guess a few explanations are possibly required at this point. I've had a comment in the video, in one of the previous videos, about wanting to know how we got so lucky with our Fortuner. What's the story? So I figure while I'm driving in, I'll give you guys the rundown. So we had a suspicion we were going to be overweight. Before we even got the caravan, to be honest, we thought we'd probably be okay, but no, we're definitely not. If you've watched the previous video, yeah, we're not okay. So what we decided then that, look, better safe than sorry. As I said in that video, safety is my number one concern. Safety for myself, for Carla, and for the girls. So we put an order in late May, early June for a new Toyota Prado. Now, we've been monitoring the Toyota situation quite heavily. We do know that it is there's a global silicon shortage causing problems for production for all sorts of industries. Toyota have announced that they're amongst that. So about a month ago, I was looking at the news, and a horrible article greeted me first thing in the morning, saying we are cutting production by 40% globally. So that wasn't what I wanted to read first thing in the morning. I checked the app that we have that Toyota gave us to track our order, and sure enough, our order hadn't even been given a start date. So that was very, very disheartening. 45 minutes after I'd seen that news article and checked the app, I got a phone call from Toyota, and this is where our luck changed. Somebody had ordered the exact same vehicle, same colour, same specs, everything that we'd ordered, and unfortunately for them, their personal circumstances changed. I don't know why, I don't know what. And if they happen to be watching this, I hope everything's okay. I hope everything's worked out for you for the best. But these people have unfortunately not been able to proceed with their order. And because of the range of specs and so forth that Toyota have, we were next in line because it matched exactly what we'd ordered, and we were the only people that had ordered exactly the same vehicle. So we got told it's onshore, it's just getting its certification to be offloaded, and did we want it? And if we did, we had to be willing to sign within a couple of days. Now, that couple of days has turned into over a month, but that's a different story altogether. That's just to do with fit outs. A GVM takes 2 weeks to certify here in Victoria, so yeah, that's how we got the car. Somebody else has ordered the same thing and has not been able to proceed. Their circumstances have changed. So we've got the car much earlier than we anticipated. It was actually looking like we were going to be waiting till Q2 2022 for the new car. So that's the background. And things haven't stopped there. Our string of good luck has continued. I mentioned in a previous video that we were looking at having to wait until November for our off-road fit out. Well, it turns out that again, due to somebody cancelling their order, we've got a bull bar and winch and everything in stock with TJM Peninsula, ready to go. So while I'm going down to pick the Prado up now, I'm only going to have it for about 48 hours before it gets taken off my hands again to go and get the full fit out done. I was somewhat anticipating it to be a bit of a gradual build, but it looks like the build video is going to be a one and done, just about, apart from any other extras. So look, it's interesting times. Things are really working in our favour. And of course, Victoria is now, or regional Victoria, I should specify that, regional Victoria has had their restrictions eased. That's why I'm able to travel to go and pick my car up and not having to have it delivered. The situation has changed for us. We are looking at a camping trip in a fortnight's time. So there is the scheduled public holiday for the grand final here in Victoria. We have got some bookings, so we're ready to go out, and we're going to catch up with some friends, and we're going to do a 4-day camp in regional Victoria. So we'll have some really good footage for you then. But the next two videos, this video obviously saying goodbye to this beautiful girl, and if anybody watching ends up picking this up, you're not going to be disappointed. It's a great car. In fact, I think even though this hasn't got the updated engine that's in the Fortuner now, she's still pretty prompt off the line, far more so than the updated Prado. Again, Prado's a heavier vehicle, so you're not going to be disappointed if you happen to be the person that picks this up. But yeah, on that, look, I'll keep heading into Toyota now. I think the next time you're going to see me in a few moments, I'm going to be driving the Prado. I will add one slightly disappointing part of this is that there is not going to be a proper handover. It's a COVID-safe click and collect, so I'm pretty much pulling the car up, putting the keys on the front passenger seat, taking everything of mine out of the car, and throwing it into the Prado and driving off. So I'm not even going to have an instruction on how to use the new stereo, the new Android Auto features, or any of the changes that come with the new car. I'm going to have to figure all that out by myself. And as I've said previously, I'm a bit of an idiot. So it's going to be a bit of fun. And we might even get a few laughs out of it as we continue doing more of these videos. Anyway, I'll see you in a moment. All right, we're probably about 5 minutes away now from Toyota. I've got to say, there is a lot of traffic around for a state in lockdown, I can tell you. Interesting observation. I just thought I'd throw this one in there. I've just gone past an articulated vehicle, double petrol tanker, and he's pissing fuel out of his back container. And this is the first time I've not been able to get a response from a truck driver on Channel 40. So I've tried waving at him, tried calling him, but doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that I'm trying to get his attention. So maybe he knows about it, maybe it's not a big deal, I don't know. But I'll tell you what, if I was leaking petrol out of my second tank, I'd want to know about it. But anyway, it is what it is. I've tried to do my best as a good citizen, and just hope I'm miles away from him if he goes up. Anyway, I'll be back in a couple of seconds. We're nearly there. Okay, we're back, and I've still got a couple more intersections to go through, but I'll tell you, this road that I'm on now, the last time I was on here, they changed all the speed limits. They've put a fixed speed camera at every single set of lights, and the speed limit changes depending on what time of day it is. And I don't just mean like school zones. I mean, if it's 8 o'clock in the morning, it goes to 40 at school times, but then it's 40 until 10 o'clock at night. But it's not very clearly signed either. So the first speeding ticket I've had in probably 12 years I got going down this road that I'm going down at the moment. Fun fact, if you are watching this, if you have a clean driving record as I do, and you do cop a speeding ticket for exceeding the speed limit by a very small amount, I was under 50 in a 40 zone, write to Vic Roads and ask for a warning on this occasion, and you will not lose points and you will not have to pay a fine. That's what I did anyway, and it definitely worked for me. So yeah, if you've experienced the peril that is speed cameras on Victorian roads, you do have an out if you have a good driving record. If you've got a couple of fines under your belt, unfortunately you're out of luck. They require you to have a minimum of 3 years clean driving history to be given a warning. But you know what? I pride myself on being a safe driver, so I'm not going to complain about the 3 years. But yeah, just a little fun bit of information for you. All right, one more intersection to go, and I'm pulling in, so we're going to get our first look at the new Prado in a few moments. So, thanks for sticking along for the journey. Have you got any questions about any of the information we've come up with so far, or any more information you want to know about this car? Oh, there we go. Somebody's on the CB. Not the person I wanted. He's behind me. And anyway, I was saying, yeah, if you want to know some information, you want to know where you might even be able to buy this car. If you want to go and deal with a great team at Toyota, Melbourne City Toyota Heidelberg have been absolutely fantastic. They even rang me this morning. There's actually a very, very minor defect with my car that they've said, look, do you want me to keep it for an extra couple of days and we'll fix it, or pick it up now and we'll fix it at the first service. Now, they've shown me the photo. It's just a very, very small blemish in some of the leather near the corner, or near basically where my elbow is, just under the door sill from when they did the window tinting. I'm not too worried about that, so I've just said, look, get it fixed at the first service. But a bit of a real pleasure that they're actually going to the, it's almost imperceptible. They sent me a zoomed in photo and it's a really tiny blemish. So good on them for that level of attention to detail. They even said that the guy that was doing the final detail before handover picked it up, and a few goes to actually find out what they're looking for, but they're going to replace the whole panel. Probably see Toyota coming past the window now. I'm going to pull into the driveway past the tow truck driver. I am a little bit earlier. I'm early by about 10 minutes, so at this point I can't even see the car. It's definitely not where I'm parking, so that's okay. Just bucking in reverse, and we'll park this here for the moment. And I might just ring them, let them know I'm here. Alright, we'll catch up with you guys in a bit. G'day campers, we're back in the car. Well, not back, we're in the new car. Wow, she's nice. Now obviously it's not the first time I've seen inside a Prado, it's definitely the first time I've seen inside this one. And yeah, I've got to say, she's really nice. First thing that I noticed was pulling up when they brought it out to sit next to the Fortuner is just how big a difference there is in size. So I know there's a little bit of a thing in the four-wheel drive community that a Prado is not really a Land Cruiser. Well, it says Land Cruiser on it, and I'll tell you what, compared to a Hilux or the Fortuner, she's a biggie. She's a big one. So I'm saying yes, this is a Land Cruiser. You can argue that out in the comments below if you like, but if you do, please keep it civil. On that, let's start her up. I've adjusted my mirrors, I've got everything set, I've set the car stereo up, my phone's linked so that I can take phone calls. I am actually working today. Fortunately my role does give me a little bit of flexibility. I'm able to take calls and do some of the stuff while I'm on the road. But I think we'll start driving her out. And I mentioned before about some changes that were coming, and we're getting bull bars and so forth fitted very soon. But there's been another change that I haven't told you about yet. I'm not going straight home. I am heading homeward bound-ish, but I'm going to go and get 5 new tyres fitted. So this car currently has road tyres on it. I mean, it's a VX, so they don't put really good off-road or all-terrain tyres on these vehicles from the factory. But yes, I'm getting them fitted now. I was actually very lucky enough that the car dealer the tyre dealership that I go through, they actually had in stock the tyres that I want in the increased size that I want. So I'm not putting so standard tyres for a VX. Well, they've stupidly upgraded the standard rims to 19-inch. Now, I mentioned that Toyota had really looked after me. In particular, this dealership have really looked after me. One of the things they did was they actually put GXL wheels on instead of the 19-inch factory standard, which I really didn't want. I mean, who in their right mind puts 19-inch rims on a it puts 19-inch rims on an off-road car? I guess being the VX, it is a bit more of a luxury model, so that does make a little bit of sense. However, yeah, I didn't want 19-inch wheels, so I was looking at either having to buy aftermarket wheels, which I know a lot of people do, but we've spent so much money on this thing. There's other things I would want to do before I did wheels, even though realistically tyres and wheels are probably the most important part of any car. It's those four wheels that are the only thing that keeps you on the road, so you want to have confidence in them. So yeah, anyway, Toyota, they had a demo GXL and they said, look, we'll swap the wheels for you, so I don't have to go out and swap to 19-inch, swap out and buy my own rims. So I've now got 17-inch rims on. So the standard tyre size for this is 265/65/17. Now, I didn't want the standard tyre size. I've actually wanted to go up ever so slightly to a 265/70/17, and it's a bit more of an obscure size, I guess, just being that slightly higher profile. But they've the tyre dealership literally around the corner from my house had 5 in stock when I rang in this morning, so I'm taking them there right now. So it's probably going to be about another 45 minutes away by the time I get there. And then I'm going to sit down in their office and do some work, get some paperwork out of the way for so the boss doesn't get angry with me. And I need to be able to afford to pay for everything now, so I've got to keep that job. So we'll touch base when we're getting the tyres done. I'll possibly give you a bit of an overview then. At this stage, I'm planning just to release this video as a bit of a, hey, how you going? Here's the new car. I'm not going to do a full rig rundown just yet. That will be in the video that I'll bring out next week. And that one will have everything that we do to the car, from the bull bar, the winch, etc., etc., etc. We'll get that full build video completed in the next week, and that'll be the next publication. We're not going to do a full tour of the car. I'm going to give you guys a rig rundown once all the off-road components have been installed. Just because I think it's going to be a better video if we can give you a full rundown. Nothing's going to change in the interior between now and then, but the exterior will. So I'll probably tonight, or between now and taking it in to get the rest of the work done, I'll get some shots of the outside of the car. Before and after shots, as it were, and then we'll go on with the rest of the build. So that's almost it for now. I might give you guys a bit of an update. Pardon me. I'll give you guys a bit of an update once I've got the new tyres on. All right. See you in a bit. All right. We're back in regional Victoria and just heading into a tyre dealership in the little township of Wallen. Now, rang these people this morning, as I mentioned earlier. They've got the tyres in stock, so big shout out to Wallen Tyre Centre for looking after me. So we're probably a couple of minutes away. It's not very far from where we are, I don't think. Yeah, we'll head in there, go and see Ray and the team, and let them look after us. So next time you see me, I'll probably have the car back home, and I'll give you a bit of a quick look at the outside, I think. Alright campers, we are in the new car. Pair it. Connecting. I'll forget my old one.